All right, let's talk about something that's shaking up the real estate world: artificial intelligence. But forget all the talk about robots taking over. This isn't a story about replacement. It's a story about empowerment. We're going to look at how AI is becoming the absolute best teammate an agent could ask for in today's crazy fast market.
So let's just kick things off with a number that should honestly stop you in your tracks: 400%. What is that? That's how much your chance of contacting a new lead drops if you wait more than 5 minutes to reply. I mean, just 5 minutes.
And that brings up a huge question, right? For any real estate pro out there, when you are juggling showings and negotiations and mountains of paperwork, how on earth are you supposed to give an instant response to every single person who clicks on your ad?
Yeah, this isn't just a small problem. It's a full-blown crisis of speed. This pressure for instant replies is causing something called lead leakage. Basically, you're losing potential deals just because of tiny little delays. It's a huge deal.
I mean, just think about it from your client's perspective for a second. We all live in this instant economy. We've been trained by companies like Amazon to expect things now. And that same expectation, well, it's bled over into real estate. A potential buyer messages you, and if they don't hear back almost immediately, guess what? They're already on to the next listing and the next agent.
And when you put it side by side, the difference is just staggering. Look at this. An agent, even a really good one, might take 3 or 4 hours to get back to someone. An AI engine, we're talking 1 to 2 seconds. 24/7. This has nothing to do with how hard you work. It's just about capability. The AI captures literally 100% of leads, plugging that leaky bucket for a fraction of the cost. So if the problem is speed, then the solution has to be just as fast. It has to operate at the speed of the internet. And that, right there, is where AI steps in to be your 24/7, always-on first responder.
So how does this actually work? Well, it's not magic. It's just a really smart, simple process. First, it engages that lead instantly. Then it starts a totally natural conversation, asking all the important questions, about budget, location, their timeline. It figures out who's a serious buyer and who's just kind of browsing. And then, and this is the best part, it sends the hot leads, the people who are ready to go, straight to you for that all-important human touch.
And look, this isn't just theory. The results are real. Brokerages that are using these AI assistants, they're seeing a 3.5 times jump in booked showings. And get this, they're hitting a 7.5% lead-to-close rate on the leads that AI brings in. That is a massive return.
But it's not just about that first crucial contact. AI's role goes way beyond that. It's also here to take on, well, the grind. All those repetitive tasks that just eat up your most valuable resource, your time.
Just imagine for a second all the hours you spend writing follow-up emails, trying to segment your lead lists, and just manually typing stuff into your CRM. AI can automate all of it, the whole shebang. It can run personalized email campaigns that keep leads warm for up to a year, making sure no one ever falls through the cracks, all while keeping your CRM perfectly up to date without you lifting a finger.
And what does all that automation add up to? A whopping 11 hours. Agents are getting back an average of 11 hours every single week by handing this stuff over to AI. That's more than a full workday you get back to focus on your clients and, actually close deals.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but doesn't AI sound robotic? And that's a fair question. But the new systems are designed to learn your voice. I love this quote from Adam Gillespie. He says his AI emails sound just like him. They say, "Hey, what's up, dude?" because that's how he talks. The point isn't to replace your personality, it's to scale it.
Okay, so we've talked communication, we've talked automation. Let's shift gears to the really powerful stuff: data. This is where we move away from guesswork and into precise, data-driven strategy.
The key piece of tech here is something called an automated valuation model, or an AVM. Basically, think of it like a supercharged market analysis tool. These things chew through a massive amount of data to give you incredibly accurate property valuations in seconds. This is the kind of deep analysis that used to only be available to big financial institutions. And when I say a massive amount of data, I really mean it. These AVMs are processing billions of data points. They're looking at everything from old sales records and tax rolls to current market trends and even demographics. They can even analyze things like the quality of the kitchen countertops and listing photos, or make sense of messy legal records. A human would need weeks to do this. AI does it instantly.
This analytical power even gets into the nitty-gritty legal stuff too. The old way of checking a title
days of manual reading, with a really high risk of missing something important. But the AI-powered way is 10 times faster. It uses standardized checks to turn a pile of confusing legal documents into clear, structured information. The whole process is just faster, safer, and way more reliable.
So when you put all of these pieces together, the instant responder, the automated assistant, the data guru, a really clear picture of the future starts to form. And it's not the agent versus the machine, it's the agent plus the machine. It's all about augmentation. I love this quote because it just nails it. Using AI isn't like bringing on a competitor. It's like having the world's best consultant on your team. A consultant who's read more data than any human ever could and is ready to help you out 24/7. It just makes you better at what you do.
So, let's just boil it all down. Why does this matter to you? It's really about 4 things. First, speed, responding to leads and analyzing deals in minutes. Second, cost efficiency, slashing all those boring administrative tasks. Third, focus, freeing you up to do the human stuff that matters, like negotiation and client service. And finally, making smarter decisions, backed by the best data possible.
And that really leads us to the most important question of all. If we let AI handle the data and the daily grind, what's left? What are the uniquely human skills that are going to matter most? Things like empathy, negotiation, giving real strategic advice, and building trust. Those are going to be more valuable than ever. The future isn't automated, it's collaborative.